Hey guys, it's Christopher Tom here, and it's been a fat minute since I last said that. So if I want to be favored by Daddy YouTube's algorithm, then I've got to upload more. And you know, not every video has to be a super epic, big production. I remember my video, What Does the Future of YouTube Look Like, was supposed to be a quick filler video, and it ended up being more than 20 minutes long because it really do be like that sometimes. I went from struggling to reach the word count to saying way too much. So today, we're going to be talking about a very original topic that surely nobody else is talking about. That's right, baby, YouTube Rewind 2019. Now if you were around this time last year, then you remember the massive blowback from last year's YouTube Rewind. After just 7 days, it became the most disliked video on the entire website, even beating out Baby by Justin Bieber, which held the record for many years. Just to give you an idea of how much people hated this, and there were a lot of problems with it. The emphasis on celebrities and late night shows, how hard it was trying to pander to current trends, and the complete exclusion of many important things that happened on the site. I mean, you had the whole PewDiePie vs. T-Series thing that lasted quite a long time, and regardless of what you may think of him, PewDiePie is still the biggest independent YouTuber by far. And it's kinda like disliking the Rewind became this huge meme. Everybody and their mothers joined forces to dislike this thing. It's worth mentioning that the extreme negative reaction and vitriol wasn't just because of the video itself, but it was also a reflection of the public's general dissatisfaction with how the platform was being run. YouTube Rewind has been a series since 2010, with its intention being to show the highlights of each year in one concise video. The first several rewinds were actually pretty well received. The site felt a lot less corporate back then compared to now, and people were generally happier about the state of YouTube. So on December 3rd, YouTube tweeted out this meme with a hashtag Rewind is coming, promising something different for real. And this naturally got people pretty intrigued. At the start of the Rewind, they acknowledged the amount of backlash that the last one got. So how did this Rewind actually go? Well, it was kinda dull, but it's not nearly as bad as the like to dislike ratio would have you believe. I mean, damn dude, you'd think somebody kicked a dog or something, but its worst crime is really just that it's kinda boring. That's why it's so weird to see people emphatically hate on it. It's like getting angry at a blank canvas. To sum it up, they list the 10 most liked videos of the year, followed by the most liked music videos. Old Town Road is there, of course. Then there's the most liked dance videos, the most viewed games, the most liked beauty videos, the new creators, and the most viewed creators of the year. And what do you know, PewDiePie is actually in this one. It's just a clip show basically, and I understand that nobody likes those, but it could have been far worse. They're not trying to force any message here, they're not bringing in celebrities and late night talk show hosts, they're just telling you what the community watched and liked. But I suppose it's reached a point where the video itself is so uncontroversial that itself becomes a point of controversy. And you can't really meme on it either because it's literally just a top 10 list. However, I will say that one advantage of this format is that it allows YouTube to put creators like PewDiePie in the video without having to worry about catering to advertisers. After all, they can say that they're just showing the statistically most viewed creators. However, I can absolutely see where people are coming from when they say that it's a boring format, since even channels like Watch Mojo give their own commentary. So, with so many people who are unhappy about how the Rewind turned out, it's created an opening in the market for people who want to make their own rewinds. I know Bobby Burns did one a few years back that was pretty well received, and this year, a YouTuber I've been following known as J-Law uploaded a video called YouTube Rewind 2019, the Legends Edition. It's very well made, and it's clear that J-Law is a very skilled YouTuber, to the point that many people actually thought this was the real Rewind. But let's be real here, it was more of a rewind of the entire site than just 2019. Though you could make the argument that it would work well as a sort of end-of-the-decade thing. However, there is one thing he included that I strongly believe should have been part of this year's Rewind, and that is the section that honors the creators who have passed away, namely Etika and Grant Thompson. That would have been really sweet, and a lot of people would have really appreciated it. One of the reasons people make their own rewinds is because they feel that their favorite creators were not properly acknowledged for their contributions to the site. And yeah, while it would be nice to see iDubbbz or Filthy Frank there, you have to realize that YouTube has to appease its advertisers. If they're unable to do that, then that affects how the creators are paid. I mean, it's kind of like a Thanksgiving dinner. You can tell edgy jokes to your friends, but maybe it's not the best idea to tell them in front of your 74-year-old uncle. especially if he's helping you secure the bag. I've also heard a lot of people talk about how the rewinds of the past few years have been out of touch, and how a lot of the YouTubers featured aren't really that well known. I guess you can kind of make an argument for that. I mean, just pulling out some names from the 2018 YouTube Rewind, Julio Profe appears to be this Colombian math channel, and he doesn't really get that many views. No offense to him, of course. He seems like a Chad. He seems like a cool dude. And then there's Adam Rippon, who's apparently a figure skater. He has less than 100,000 subs, so it's most likely his connections as someone who won Dancing with the Stars. But for the most part, when I decided to search the names I didn't know, it turns out they actually pull some pretty good views. I think this criticism also comes up a lot in the context of YouTube putting a spotlight on international channels, which I actually think is good. Here's the thing. YouTube is the second most popular site in the world. It's incredibly diverse, and just because you and I haven't heard of someone doesn't mean that they don't have lots of fans. You know, not everyone is la epic Reddit memer. Oh, I need my upvotes. Reddit's gonna love this. I clown a lot on Reddit, but honestly, Twitter replies are just as bad. Ooh, look at this reaction image. You've never seen this before. Keep in mind, it's considerably more difficult now than it was in the past to create a proper summary of the year. With how big YouTube has become, it's split into a lot of different genres and interests. Not everyone's into the same stuff. So while you might think it's whack that the 2018 Rewind had no mention of KSI versus Logan Paul, there's probably going to be people on the other side of the aisle who would say it's just some dumb drama they don't care about. All in all, the Rewind is kind of lame, but it is what it is. Honestly, it could have been a lot worse, all things considered, and that's about all I have to say about this. Hopefully this video gets monetized. I made sure to stay away from all the dirty words, so maybe Daddy YouTube's algorithm will take mercy on me and allow me to collect the $5 I'm gonna make from this video. I know the last video I made was very understandably demonetized, and I just want to say thank you for the support on that. Although I did get more unsubs and dislikes than usual, it actually did considerably better than I expected, and there were some people who seemed to be excited that I was covering the topic, which I was very pleased to see. That's about it for this video. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for my amazing tweets, and Instagram as well. I'm very interactive on these platforms. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.